Hey guys, welcome back to Smart Trader. Hope you guys are doing great, and it's a long gap for me. So I think 1 month back we made a learning video. If I'm not wrong, that is strategy number 1, long call and long put strategy, part of our options learning journey. And later I was on a long vacation, my international trip and stuff, and finally back, and I added some live trading videos for you guys, basically on options trading, which I am learning from few years now. Anyways, as part of our equity learning journey, I thought I'll make a video of a strategy video for you guys, for the ones who are looking only into equity trading. Basically the beginners who have started equity trading or trading for a few years in equity. So I have an intraday strategy. It's not a swing one, it's an intraday strategy which you can also observe and back test. Basically that is the power. So you need to start writing down or write it in an Excel, type it in an Excel, the best method you can follow. That's how you create your own system, and you can measure it, so you don't panic when things go wrong. You know everything is calculated long way. So anyways, if you are new to this particular channel, then I would recommend you to go and watch out the previous videos and playlists, so you get an idea of what we teach here. And if you like to learn only for learning, then you can subscribe in this particular channel, because we believe in learning and improving day by day. Okay, so without wasting further time, let's go with our today's strategy. Basically it is for equity, or you can use it for future also, not a problem. Okay, so now what is this strategy? Very simple. This is for equity, like I told you, like example Reliance, HDFC, ABC Capital, Tata Power. These are equity, and futures, FUT of it. Okay, based on your risk you can use this. Now what is this strategy? Now you know the day starts from, let's say, 9:15 for an intraday trader. I would say from 9:15, and market closes at 3:30, but let's consider as 3:15 is the market closing. Last 15 minutes let's ignore, because whenever you take MIS order, it will be squared off by few brokers. Few brokers will give you extra additional time. Depending on your broker, square off will be done. So what I would suggest is 3:15, 9:15 to 3:15. So you have exactly 6 hours. So if you calculate the midday, okay, we call it midday strategy, right? Breakout strategy. So midday, let's say first 3 hours, that is from 9:15 to 10:15, 11:15, 12:15. These 3 hours, this is half day. So half day, you would have seen me telling my observation that market suddenly turned, market reversed, the trend reversed because of global markets, everything is interfering, some news came. So midday, suddenly the calculations, your positions go against you maybe. So by observing these things, there is a strategy which you can observe or paper trade. That is nothing but, for example, see, this is the first hour. Okay, this is the first hour of the day. Let's say 22nd is in previous day example. So first hour, second hour, third hour. So this is the range of this hour. So if I want, I can just draw here. So let's say I'm gonna draw 2 lines. This is the first hour, 9:15, 10:15, 11:15, which started and got over at 12:15. So this is the range, the high, and this is the low. So the 3 hours range is nothing but this. So our goal is to take an entry only when it breaks out this range towards upside or towards the lower side. That's when you take an entry. Okay, basically. So now in this case, on 21st, if I draw, I'll delete this, or I will move this. This is the high, first hour, second hour, third hour, and the low was here. So whenever it breaks, that's when we take an entry, and you see there was a break over here and you took advantage over here. Now to make more easy, if your broker has 3 hours chart, 3 hours, see this, 3 hours, give it 3 hours, so it is more easy. For example, this is 22nd, right? 22nd, the first candle is nothing but the 3 hours. So once this candle gets over at 12:15, okay, the new candle will start here, right? See, 12:15 new candle till 12:14 this will be running. Once the time is completed, 12:15 onwards new candle is formed here. So open was here, let's say. So if it is breaking this high point, that's when you take an entry. Now in this case, you see previous day, this was the candle, this was the candle, then it broke out. So let's say you went towards buy direction, in which is the stock ABC Capital. So ABC Capital, if it is breaking up, then you take the advantage. Now how much do you take advantage? Now risk reward ratio is very important. So what you need to consider here is you need to take at least 2% of profit and 1% of stop loss, so that even 50-50 chances if you win, let's say 10 times you won, you made 2%, that is 20% profit, and 10 times you lost, so 10%, that is 1% stop loss, so 10% stop loss. So overall you will be left with 10% in your hand. Example. So at least profit of 2% and a risk of stop loss of 1% has to be kept from here, strict stop loss. And this has to be followed every time. You cannot miss saying, okay, one day I traded here, one day I didn't trade here. And very important thing here is you need to choose stocks which are having good volume and movement. If stocks are going sideways, that day you don't take trade, first thing. Second thing, after breakout, you may incur loss. I'll show you example. Let's say Tata Power. I'm putting 3 hours here. Okay, so now here Tata Power, there is a breakout for downside. Now either you booked your profit 2%, if 2% is not hit, end of the day by 3:15. You see this candle gets over, then 3:15 new candle starts. By 3:15 you will automatically, MIS order will be squared off, right? So this is whatever, whether it is 1%, half percent, 1.3%, whatever, end of the day it will close with profit or loss. Same way here it was a breakout on upside, here it was a breakout on downside. Let's say here your target didn't hit from 248, it went only 2 rupees, that is 1% down, and then again it reversed. Here your 1% stop loss would have hit and you're done for the day. Here let's say it broke out and gave you 2%, you booked your profit. Here there is no trade, here there is no trade, here there is a stop loss, here there is a no trade, here there is a no trade. Here if you see this day, that is April 7th, there was a breakout and you made profit. Here there was a breakout, but we don't know if you booked up 290 to okay, it is 2%, so you would have booked your profit. If you missed your profit, then it will close somewhere here exactly near your buying price. So every day you need to utilize this on what? On stocks which are having good amount of volume. The candles you see here, take a stock where the candles are very small, breakout, not even 0.5% will move, there is no point in taking, right? So you need to get 2% in a single day. So 2% profit and 1% stop loss. It's nothing but midday breakout. On stocks, their volumes are higher, so you need to identify either in NSE India or Money Control, identify stocks with most active volume or value. Check out their candles which are performing well and stick to those good moving stocks. Now stock which is moving from past 1 month will not continue lifelong. The trend changes, they become sideways, okay, consolidation, all that takes place, and suddenly a momentum will start in stocks. So that is when you have to keep applying and waiting for the breakout. So waiting for the right movement is very important, so that is why patience is important, we say. And then take advantage. Strictly put a system of 2% of target and 1% stop loss. Backtest this, take a paper and write down every day, or take a stock and check every day what has happened, write down the information, put it in Excel or do live examples every day. Take as a paper trading and do it with example 1 lakh capital as a practice. In paper you write or Excel you take and calculate what is your return on these. At end of the day, if you get 10 correct and 10 losses, 10 profit and 10 losses, still you are in profit because of your risk reward ratio. One thing, very important thing, now should you trade, for example, you are getting 2% profit, 1% stop loss, but you remember in intraday MIS you get 3 to 4 times depending on stock. Now Tata Power you may get 4 times, some stocks you may get 3 times, some stock you may get only 1 time. Depending on that stock, it's up to your risk, because 1% stop loss if you're taking, and if you're getting Tata Power, okay, I'll show you example. Tata Power, let's say you are buying for around 1 lakh rupees, okay, this is your full money if you're trading in full money. So if you hit 1% stop loss, you will be losing only how much? 1000 rupees, right? But same way, if you trade for this 1 lakh, see for intraday only 20,000 is required. So let's say 5 times. So for 1 lakh, you're getting 2,000 shares. And example, if you hit, you're getting almost 5x here, okay? So if you hit 1% stop loss, 5% of your capital is gone. So 5,000 will go from your invested capital. So this risk is up to you. If you're a beginner, I would recommend you to always go with CNC, okay, unless something is proving you that it is good, it is right, and it works for you, go with this CNC, and like intraday, close your position by 3:15. But if you think you are used to this trading, you're trading from a longer time, you know how to take risk and money management, not deploying full capital on one trade, using in 2-3 trades, because every month a different stock will have different accuracy, right? So putting in 3-4 stocks and considering 3-4 stocks will help you. One will give positive, one will be negative. End of the total should be green. So keeping that money management in time, if you have that in your mind, then what you can do is then you can go with MIS and take that advantage of 4 to 5 times leverage, and 1% will take out your 5% of your capital, and and if you hit a profit, you will make 2%. 2 into 5 is 10% of your capital. So you make 10% profit and 5% losses, and if in the end of the day 10 losses and 10, this is nothing but 50% loss and 100% profit, okay, into 10 both. That is with MIS. So be very careful in terms of money management. I'm telling you before only, because beginners will get attracted to this number unless you find a good results in your back testing and you get the confidence of how to do it without missing. You cannot get up at 1 o'clock or check out at 1 o'clock and say, okay, now I'll take an entry. No. From 12:15, if it is breaking immediately, you need to consider. If it's breaking after 1 o'clock, you need to consider. But by 3:15, it has to happen, and by end of the day, just ignore it. Don't take it, because you don't have enough time for the stock to move to percentage. So that was a midday breakout strategy which I wanted to share for all the equity traders. And same thing in future, if you're trading in FUT Tata Power, same thing will apply in Tata Power. You get that 2 to 3 times leverage, and buying and selling can be done in same way. And I would consider this for intraday only. Don't hold your positions for tomorrow. This is for a scalping on a daily basis. So it's a system which you need to consistently follow. That is when you get result. One day you follow, one day you follow another strategy, things will not work. So what I would say is be matured, go and backtest this particular strategy. If such type of videos are helping you, I'm sure these type of videos will take time for people to understand, because it is of learning. So it's not that colorful type of videos, but this will definitely help you in your future in your learning. So if these type of videos are helping you in some way, then hit that like button and subscribe. Also do comment. See you soon in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.